Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my Child of the 80s project pan update. This is a Pantastic Ladies collab and it was created by the lovely Jalen. I will link all the details down below. But yeah, it is quite a big project. I always do this late. Everybody posts around, I think, the second week of the month. I do it right at the end of the month. It's just the way that all of my other projects align. It gives me a little bit more time to work on these items. That being said, I actually have 3 rollouts today, so I'm super excited. One of them is a little bit bittersweet. I do have an empty and also a usage goal that I've hit. So that is actually really exciting. And yeah, let's get into it. My notes are so confused. It's so hard for me to understand what I have done. But I've got the prompt 16, which is what's love got to do with it? And this is an average product. So I actually, yeah, this one is still in. I have my Match Perfection from Rimmel London. It is still here. I'm very, very close though. This is obviously a loose powder. I have been marking it, but let me just align it so that we can see clearly where we are. Okay, it's very, very bright, my light, so you might not be able to see, but started up here. Then we had the black line, pink line, blue line. I am a little bit underneath the blue line, which is where I was last month. Yeah, actually, maybe you can see it just underneath. So I'm going to do another line. I have used it another 15 times this month. I don't think I'm going to finish it this upcoming month, but hopefully in the next 2 months, I'll have it done. Yeah, it just takes a really long time. You never know. But if I just push myself, then I think I can get it done in the next 2 months. I don't think I can get it done in 1 month. And just FYI, since I rolled it in, I have used it 65 times and this is where it is. So when I rolled it in, it was just a little over midway. And yeah, 65 times and I'm down here. So you get a lot of uses in these. And for me, I find it hard because I don't use it every day. But that one is almost done, so I'm excited about that. Okay, next up is the Smurfs, which is number 47. And is something blue or that has blue packaging. I've actually had this prompt in twice, but I decided to keep it in last time because I wanted to roll in an eyeshadow palette that is blue or has blue packaging, also has a few blue shades in here. So this is the So Sue by Susan Jackson, and it is the Azure Alert eyeshadow palette. I actually kind of like this. Now, I went on about how I really couldn't stand the color story. I felt like it was too dark for me, but I think this is really, really nice, and I'm excited to have played with it a little bit. I haven't played with it too much. I've only played with it 4 times, so I need to play with it more. But I really do enjoy these shimmers. I think they're quite amazing. They're just a lot more bold than I would normally want to use on my lids. So it has to be a time when I really want to use these shades. This one, maybe not so much. It's a little bit less opaque than the green, but I think the green is pretty actually. It's got kind of like a gray undertone. I do enjoy that. I don't think the mattes are all that nice, but I think the shimmers are actually pretty soft. Not like wow in your face, but I do enjoy the jewel tone aspect of this palette. So I'll put up on the screen what it looked like before, what it looks like now. I don't think it looks any different, but yeah, I do have obviously a little bit of usage. I haven't used every single shade. What I wanted to do is, like I've been doing with every eyeshadow palette, when I roll it into a project, I want to do the No Pan Left Behind. So I use every single shade at least once. But yeah, I haven't done that yet. So this one will stay with me another month, but I'm excited to use it. I've been looking at it and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should use this. Maybe I, should use this to stay. And then I just decide not to because I have so many other things I want to work on. But I do actually want to put some time into it because I do enjoy it. Okay, the next one I have is number 48, which is Steel Magnolias. And this is a flowery item or like a rose or flower item, just anything to do with flowers, I guess. So I rolled in a blush from Colourpop called Petal Pusher. So that's how I sort of tie it in with flowers. This one I've only used 3 times, so it doesn't look any different. My goal was to use it at least 10 times and roll it out. So I do need to keep it in at least another month. and then I will hit my 10 usage. I don't think it's going to look any different either. It doesn't look any different for me. So, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't, I don't know what it is about this one, but I'm just not a real fan of it, I guess. It's also very similar to the Circa one that I already have in this project, which I'll talk about in a moment. But it's like this lilac-y shade, and I don't know, I just haven't been wanting to use it. I've been going for more nude or orangey blushes, which kind of makes sense for this time of year. But yeah, I will try to use it another 7 times and then I will roll it out. I do like ColourPop blushes. I do enjoy the formula. I think they're pretty decent. So yeah, the next one is my other blush, which I have a story about. Well, not a story, it's not a long story, but this is for the prompt 13, which is neon, and it's something that is neon. This blush is not neon, but I rolled it in anyway. I convinced myself it was neon one day, but it's very much pastel pink, and it is my Circa blush. So unfortunately, as you can see, it is all smashed. I have not even opened it up since I smashed it. I was cleaning up my desk and it fell on the floor, and I turned it over and I saw it was completely smashed. So it is my fault, but it's a little bit of a shame because I had such a big pan on it and I really wanted to finish it. The last time I used it though, I have to say it did smell bad, and I was thinking, do I really want to push myself to use this? I just finished another blush that was very, very old, and this is just as old. This is now the oldest blush that I have, and it's just... It is bittersweet. This is the one that's bittersweet. Obviously, I'm rolling it out. It's going to be decluttered. It's going in my empties. I didn't finish it, but I'm not going to repress it. It's just a little bit too old. I don't really feel like it's valued high in my estimates that I would spend the time to repress it. It is just not there. So this one I actually used 4 times before I dropped it and smashed it, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, that one is rolling out. Okay, so the next one is number 58, which is Whip It, something with either whipped or creamy texture. So I have been using my ColourPop highlighter. This is their Super Shock formula, so it is sort of that whipped creamy formula, and this one I've only used 4 times. I have been so slow at this. I feel like I made a really good dent in it when I initially started working on it. Gosh, there is such a glare. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna hold it like this. I feel like there is more. It's changed. Hopefully it's changed. I mean, I'll put up on the screen the pictures and maybe you'll be able to see and spot the difference. I feel like it's definitely, you know, I'm almost at the point where I can say I've used half of it, right? I have a little bit obviously over this side, quite a bit more over this side, but I have a pretty nice, like decent chunk of it missing. So, you know, it's just one of these colors that is more suited for colder winter months. Even though it's very pretty, it's just icy, and yeah, it's not something I've been pulling super much. But yeah, used it 4 times. I would like to finish it though. I've been saying this all along. I really want to finish this because it's going to be bad soon. It doesn't smell off or anything, but I just don't think this creamy formula is going to last. I don't know. I just think it makes me a little bit worried. So yeah, this one I want to finish. But sadly, staying in, I did use this 37 times since I rolled it into the project to get it looking like this. So yeah, I think that's all right. Okay, so the next one is number 26, which is Just Say No. So it's an item that you basically hate. So I rolled in a primer. I rolled in the Milk Hydro Primer. This one, I just don't like grippy primer formulas, and it's just so super sticky and just not my cup of tea basically. I have used it 6 times. I was here last time, and now you can see I have managed to get pretty far down. Honestly, this is not going to last me at all. I'm like halfway now. I think that's crazy that I've only used it 6 times. It's gone down that much. I think I used obviously a little bit of it testing it out, and then realized I didn't like it, and now after 6 more uses I'm already halfway. So it's not going to take me a long time to get through this, which I'm really happy about, because I just want to get through my primers so badly. And I will just never repurchase this, and I know that I'm not missing out on anything, because I know a lot of people love this. They love the grippy primer formulas. It's just not for me, and I've realized that, and I'm happy about it. And I'm happy that I only have the mini and this is not the big one. So I had the big one. I mean, I don't think it would take me that long, actually, knowing how fast this is taking, but I would just hate to use it. It would be hate panning at that point. Okay, so the next one is number 63, which is Like a Virgin. So it's an item that you had not used before, and I've had this in the project since the beginning, and it is my e.l.f. Calm Balm lip balm, and I am very happy to say I have finally finished this. It is completely done. I cannot roll it up anymore. You can hear the clicking. I haven't really scooped it out. I mean, you'll see, there's probably a little bit of product there that I can scoop out, but I'm not going to scoop it out. That would just be absolutely crazy. Yeah, actually, I did dig my finger, I think, to scoop out the last time I used it. I used this another 10 times and it was done. So I'm really happy about this. This lasted me, what, a good 5.5 months? So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent, actually, for a lip balm. And I'm so happy to be able to say that I have an empty in a lip product. That is just unheard of for me. I've been trying to get through some lip products all year long so far, and this is the first one I've managed to do. So I'm really excited about that one. That one is going in my empties, and I'm super happy. Okay, and then the last one is number 57, which is Ghostbusters, and this is a green item. So I have been working on my Mint to Be palette from Colourpop, and this one is rolling out because I have hit my usage goal where I want to use the palette at least 10 times and every single shade at least once. So last month I had used the palette 7 times. I didn't use every single shade once. This time I've used it 3 times, so I've done my 10 times. I think I was kind of sick of it. So once I got to 3 uses, I was like, okay, I'm done. Let's roll it out. And in total, like between the last 2 months, I have used every single shade at least once, and I also have a bonus pan. So I said that I wanted to hit pan in the Chill Factor shade, which I also have in my Zodiac Panner, which that update has already gone up. And so if you've seen that, then this would have been a spoiler, but I do have a pan here. So I've got 2 pans in this palette, but yeah, this is what it's looking like. I don't think it looks too different, to be honest. Obviously you'll see on the between the pictures what it looks like. It's really just the shade that's changed. I barely used any of the shades. I think, yeah, I used this Chill Factor 3 times this month, and then the others just once each, a few of the times. But yeah, I'll put up on screen my usage and my total usage. I really love this palette. I love that I have 2 pans in it now. I find Colourpop really hard to pan. They have very thick pans compared to some other brands that I have and like I own. So I do feel like, yeah, I think they're a little bit trickier to pan. So this is something that I'm quite proud of, I feel like. So that one is rolling out. So I've got 3 rollouts, as I said. So I need to roll 3 new items, which is very exciting, but also daunting, because sometimes I get a prompt and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to pick. I'm going to just say one thing. If I roll a prompt that I've already done before, I'm going to roll again, just simply because I want to keep it exciting for myself. I know I had, you know, I kept the one last month where I rolled like keep a blue item and I kept it in, but this time around I just want to do some new prompts. All right, so there are 80 prompts, so I'm just going to do it 3 times. So I've got 41, 53, and 62. They're all so close. All right, so we have a dilemma because one of these prompts I really do not know what to pick, because I don't feel like I have anything to pick. And I don't know, maybe I'm not being creative enough. All right, so I've decided to re-roll because I got number 53, which is Wild Thing, and it's an item that is completely crazy, or like a really beautiful duochrome or something like that. And I don't have anything like that, and I don't want to roll in one eyeshadow palette just to work on one shade. And I don't have weird items like that, or wild items, and I can't think outside the box right now, so I'm gonna re-roll. I'm really sorry, but yeah, let me just re-roll because right now I cannot think. Okay, 74, let me see what that is, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this has been just a really hard time to do this, but I gotta keep filming. All right, I've got my items. This is always a challenge. I don't know what it is with prompts. I sort of freeze up and I have no idea what I'm doing. So number 62 is actually the one that was the easiest for me. I actually went yes, because I knew exactly what I wanted to use. The prompt is Valley Girl, and it is something that is shiny or glossy. So I have a couple of lip glosses that I've noticed smell pretty bad that I'm working in my current shop, my stash. Actually, no, I think my update, yeah, no, my update would have gone live. So yeah, they are in my current shop, my stash. And one in particular, I think I'm going to declutter. But the other one, I do want to try and stick it out and actually finish it. So that's the one I want to roll into the project, which is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip gloss. And this is, what is this? This is like a tropical, yes, tropical fruit punch. So this one I noticed actually when I was talking about products that I wanted to pan this year, Where Are We Now? I noticed that it was smelling bad in that video, so I rolled it into my shop, my stash. I've been using it for the last week, and yeah, this one I kind of want to finish. So I am basically here, so I've got a long way to go because I'm really bad at lip products, but I figured I'm rolling out a lip product. Let's roll one back in. Let's just keep it going. So I want to roll it in, see how far I can get before it becomes absolutely atrocious. Like, the smell was off-putting when I first opened it, but as I've been using it, it's kind of waned and kind of gone away. So yeah, I feel like I have a little bit of time to work on it, and then it will just be completely done to me. So this one is rolling in for Valley Girl. And then number 41 is Moonwalk. So this is either a black or white item. So this one actually was pretty easy for me to pick as well. It might be a bit boring, but I wanted to roll in this. It's basically a concealer, but it's a color corrector because it's green, but it is in black packaging, and it's like pretty amazing actually when you look at it. It's like really green. But I've been really enjoying color correctors, and this is from My Label, which I believe is, it's either a Portuguese brand or just a European brand. It's everywhere in the supermarkets here, and they do skincare, makeup items, body care items. They have a whole range of stuff. So and it's all drugstore and affordable. So yeah, and it's basically a green color corrector. Nothing to say about it. I have used it a couple times. I have enjoyed it actually. I've been doing it under my eyes just to see what happens, and I've been really enjoying it. I don't really need a color corrector, but when I do use it under my eyes, I feel like, you know, it does something. So my goal, I think, with this would be to try to get it as flat as I can. It's a very creamy formula, and I don't know, it like goes on really green. It's pretty amazing, but yeah, I feel like it worked, and I feel like I could possibly get it to flat because there is a lot of product in here. Like, I can roll it up even more. There is a decent amount in here. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but I feel like it's a decent amount. It was a very cheap item. So yeah, let me just roll it down. So I think my goal would be to get as far, as close as I can to the line, if not get to the line, and we'll just see how long it takes me. I don't mind. I didn't really want to do a usage goal because I feel like, what's the point of that? Let's see some actual visible like change in it. So that would be my goal for that one. And then the last one, oh my gosh. So yeah, as I said, I got Wild Thing, and I just didn't know what to roll in. So I rolled again, which was number 74. And this is Milli Vanilli, and it's a product that isn't what you thought it was, basically. And just credit to Marissa, who came up with this prompt, but basically this was hard too. And actually I was going to pick another item, but I realized the other item was a color corrector, but like in a primer form, and I didn't want to roll in 2 color correctors. I thought that would be crazy. So I am going to roll in something that says it's one thing, but I think it's better as something else. So it's not like it isn't what I thought it was, but it's more, that's what they say it should be, but actually it works better as that for me. So I think it's this. that's kind of how I've interpreted the prompt for this. Gosh, words. I do not know how to speak. So I'm rolling in my Laura Geller baked highlighter. They claim it's a baked highlighter. Obviously, I mean, it is baked. It's a dome, but it's not a highlighter. Not one bit is it a highlighter. It is very pretty. It is very pretty, but it is very much like a satin powder, like finishing powder, and that's what I use it for. It is a lot more matte. Gosh, you cannot see because it's light. It's crazy. I'm sorry, but I've just put it there. It is very, very matte. Do you see a shine? I mean, tell me, do you see a shine? I will do it again, just so you can see. I'll do it again. Maybe I'll do it here, my lightest. Okay, you see that? They're calling that a baked highlighter. For me, this is a powder. It's like a finishing, like pressed powder. That's how I use it, and that's where I store it, and that's where that's why I'm using it for this prompt. So I'm going to be rolling this one in. This one, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to see any usage on it. So I think I'm going to do 20 usage, see how far I get. If I want to keep it in, I'll keep it in. But yeah, 20 uses I think on like a powder like this is doable. I'm not going to do 10 uses. I think I need to do more than that. So yeah, I'll do 20 uses for this one. This video is always so hard to film because there's so many prompts and I have to like check down, read what they are, figure out what I'm doing. But I'm excited that I had at least one empty. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, happy to be rolling in these new items. Bittersweet about the blush that smashed, but it was so old, so I don't really mind all that much. It's just one less blush for me to worry about. And yeah, I'm actually really pumped about this Hydro primer as well from Milk. I think, I don't know, the fact that I'm already halfway, that's like crazy to me. So I'm excited about finishing that one up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you next time. Bye.